So here we are at the Freeman kitchen. We're going to look at some of the changes that we made from the last meeting, which I think turned out really nice. There's a couple options in here I want to show you because you can kind of see right here from the get-go. There's one different part that I was playing with, and that is these corner cabinets and how we turn the corner. So let's take a look at that. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let's just do a quick overview real quick so you can kind of see at least what I'm thinking is kind of the preferred option. You can see we combined this media shelving area with the rest of this and tried to make this look like a, kind of one block that you're kind of like passing through as a design element with maybe I have like white tongue and groove material shown on there right now. I think that turned out really nice. So you'd see, there'd be a push to open door here with concealed media stuff, but I think this is just looks really cool. It doesn't look like it's just like floating out there anymore like it was before. So made it a little bigger, you're passing through it. That part's really cool. And then we also, this is not like a developed design, but I just wanted to show what would happen, if we take out the hearth there and get some more floor space, and we can design the face of this just by changing the material and putting a little gas insert for a fireplace and a little mantle on there, and there could be a concrete mantle underneath it that's just kind of the same. But I think that might look nice, but we can design that more if we like that direction. The dining room layout, and then we did the glass doors that are opaque glass there on the doors, and we also have a new laundry room layout that we'll get more into in a second. The bathroom layout kind of stayed the same. Anyway, so that's my first overview pass at that. And now let's take a look at a couple options here. So this was the preferred option. I just like how the corner turns really cleanly here. We did all glass doors on the back wall, on the window wall, which I think looks really nice. And then as we turn the corner along each side wall, we go opaque cabinets in the middle and keep them glass up top. So that continued on this side as well. So opaque on the side and glass up top, and we can put LED lights in those and make them kind of glow all the way around. And I think that will look really cool. So let's look at we had that inspiration image that we looked at. So Christina found this nice inspiration image that really kind of echoed a lot of the stuff that we talked about at the meeting. They turned the corner here really nice where the cabinets went right to the wall and then had some floating shelves. So let me change to that really quick. So on this side, you can see our situation is a little different than the inspiration image. There's no cabinets here. So I didn't like it as much on this side because it kind of competes with what's going on here, and these shelves are just kind of floating out there. I think it worked really well on this side, which is kind of more similar to the inspiration image. It's kind of hidden behind here. So the cabinets go all the way to the wall. You got room for the door to open, and then these shelves. But I don't think it's working great on this side. And so my preference was, instead of doing it, my preference was to keep it the same on both sides, basically. And I think I prefer this one. So let me just show that to you really quick. So let's call this option A for turning the corner. I think that's nice and clean. So basically what happens is this cabinet just goes all the way to the back wall. So you get some deep storage space. So when you open the door, you can have, another space for pots and things, or maybe it's Christmas plates or things like that that only come out once in a while. You put them in the very back. They're not that hard to get to, but you just might have to take some of the normal stuff out to get to those. That's the downside of that corner. It's kind of deep storage a little bit. Or let's go to option B. So back to option B for turning the corner. So that's like the inspiration image. So this is option B. And my preference is option A, but let me know your thoughts on this. I like it on this side, but I think it's better to do it the same on both sides. And I think this looks nice. Okay, so that's that part. Let's look again at this really quick. So basically we've got our media storage at the end here. We've still got our closet in the middle with the attic access. And let's actually come in the front door again. So let's walk in the front door. And some of the modeling on this is a little rough, so there would be a clean corner there. We'd miter the corner there. I'm just kind of conceptually modeling it right now. So we'd come in and you kind of pass through this opening into the space. So I have tongue and groove on both sides and on the ceiling. So it's kind of like this more solid piece that you're walking through. We extended the wall there on the end, which I think still makes that kind of a nice little space. Anyway, I like how this turned out, so I hope you guys like it. And this could be any material. I think this is just, and it could even be drywall, but I like the idea of making it a different highlight material. I like the tongue and groove or shiplap white because it's the same color as the walls and ceilings. It just changes texture. So it's not as dramatic as making it like a different color or something. We just make that a special piece with the texture, and it's a great place to hang a picture there. This is even maybe some nice usable space for like a whiteboard or things that you want. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. Okay. So let's go take a look at the laundry room. We changed that around. So we changed this to a stacking washer dryer, which is what you have right now. But that wasn't what we were looking at the meeting. So new design configuration proposed. So stacking washer dryer with the tall cleaning utility closet. So brooms, vacuum, all that kind of stuff can fit in there. And a utility sink. So right now I'm just showing kind of a same as what we did over at the kitchen. It's the farmhouse utility sink, which I think can look really nice and cute. So you get kind of this nice utility area with a sink with under cabinets, and then I just tucked some open shelves back here because I think you can store stuff on those and then reach them most easily if there's no door on it. And we've done some configurations or some design things before where we don't have this top shelf because it's super hard to reach anyway, and you can put a nice light up here that just looks really nice with a couple of floating shelves. So it still looks cute, but it's like still a utility room. Got everything kind of packed in there. So let's look at the bathroom, which is just super simple, but we have the frosted door on there, so you get the natural light coming in from the side. Did not change anything in this layout from our meeting. But I'm just going to tour this one more time just to spend time, I think, in the model, looking at the different parts of this. And the more familiar you get with it, I think the more you can think about and start to feel what it would be like to have all these cabinets, what configuration we want them in. We have the pull out trash, recycle right here. We're just looking at what that view is going to look like from the kitchen to outside. So I think it really does make that outside courtyard a bigger part of this inside space. Let's look at that. Our living room layout again, our fireplace. I really want to put like a concrete hearth under this. I think it needs a little bit more just to ground it right there. Maybe I'll so maybe it's more something like that. But yeah, lots of options there. Picture with a picture up above here and some things over on the mantle there. I think that's kind of cool with something underneath it just to ground it a little bit. But 100 things we could do there. Just want to make sure there's nothing else that we changed that we want to talk about. Just look at this again, kind of what that looks like from this angle. I just think it cleaned that up so much. I'm really happy with that. let's just look at it from more of a plan view, just to see the layouts of the room. So you can just see, it just helps this room so much, freeing up that floor space there. We can do a little bit of a bigger carpet now even. Just want to come out here also because the space is really familiar to you guys, what that looks like from outside. Okay, I hope that helps. And we want to really lock down the walls and the windows right now. So if we're liking how all these spaces are working, yeah, we want to get our structural engineers going. So um, let's try and make that decision sometime soon. But we also want to live with this, these mental pictures of this model in our head long enough to be sure this is we're really liking how this is laying out. All right, thanks.